What's going on, you guys? I am here at Spoon headquarters getting ready to have my first Spoon meeting with the rest of my chapter, going into the elevator. But I just want to say I just joined Spoon as marketing director for Hunter College. I got my donuts here for my squad, and I'm going to take you through the day, and then we're going to sit down later and catch up. So super excited, stay tuned. I just got home from whatever you saw of like the vlog footage. Before this, I did not vlog the rest of the day. I had some things happen at school. Something that I thought would be like a good video to give you guys, especially girls, just about food guilt and like, I don't want to say going off track, but just like not knowing, like going into the day that like, oh, this was gonna happen. I am the marketing director at Spoon University Hunter. I think we had less people show up than we thought, so we literally had about like way too many donuts left. And the second box I kept because I had to go back to school and I could like potentially use that as a marketing gig to hand them out and get people to figure out what Spoon is about. And that went south real fast. I hadn't eaten since like 8 a.m. this morning, and last week I literally went to the gym once because of school. Like everything's been so busy with the book and doing all that, and now that the book's over, it's like I can finally breathe, but at the same time I'm falling into like this certain pattern that I don't want to be in. I was leaving, you know, I was starving, I hadn't had any water. It was like 3 o'clock and I had like 2 sips of water all day. I wasn't hungry all day, and I bought 1 donut for myself on the side just because I thought we were gonna have more people, so I didn't want to like take from the donation. So plan was to eat 1 today. I ended up eating 2. It just started happening. I don't know what happened. I had my first, and then I had the box in my hand walking down the street, and I was like, oh my gosh, my cravings like freaking just went insane. And I was like, I just want sweet stuff, I just want sweet stuff. So I literally had like, we cut them into quarters. I had 4 quarters of different flavors, so that turned into another one. And I found myself like getting really anxious. I have bad body image days. I still have days where like I can struggle a bit. It's normal. That happens. You know, some days we feel really good and some days we just don't, and that goes for guys too. And today was just one of those days where I was just so stressed out. I just didn't feel well. And it's not that I was turning to the second donut as like, oh my god, I don't feel well. It's just like I was craving it and I had it, but I didn't plan on it. I knew that I didn't want those rest of the donuts, and like to me, I could not live with myself if I threw those out like whatsoever. And so at Grand Central in the city, there's a large homeless population outside, and a lot of the men hold the door open for women when they're going inside. So I saw this one guy who I see like all the time, and I just gave them all to him. Happy that like from that I was just able to make someone else's day. Those of you that are having like food guilt or are struggling with the idea of, some of you DM me saying like you have cheat days and you don't know how to deal with it. First off, I think the biggest thing is to eliminate that word cheat from your vocabulary, because you aren't cheating. Enjoying yourself is not a cheat. Enjoying yourself is not something bad, and I feel like when you put the word cheat next to something, it gives it a really bad connotation. It's not giving me any sort of like doubt in myself or any problems with myself, and I think that's what I want to communicate. Is like, I am fine, okay? I'm still here, I'm still all good. I don't see like, I didn't lose anything, okay? Like, I'm okay, and you have to think of it like that. You are not cheating on your diet, you are enjoying yourself. Is enjoying yourself a punishment? No. If the answer is yes, then why? Tell me why. Okay, 2 years ago, that would have literally freaked the out of me. That would have scared me to no end. I'd immediately go to the gym, probably do cardio, and then like cry. And now here I am, you know, I'm just sitting in my house, I'm just filming this video, and I'm listening to my body. Like if I'm hungry again tonight, I'm going to eat. You have to realize that with food guilt, there's no reason for it to exist. I know we have our demons, we have our issues, but it's how you look at them and how you are able to handle yourselves, how you are able to handle yourself when spontaneity sort of like comes out of nowhere. Is you gotta go with the flow. I enjoyed them. Is that bad? No. Stopped at one. Yeah, completely. But guess what? I didn't want to, because I rather give in instead of it turning into something bigger later on. I think that's something a lot of girls do, is they deprive themselves at night or whenever your cravings hit of the things they truly want, and that's when it starts spiraling out of control. The more that you're gonna restrict yourself, the more you're gonna want something. So if I threw those donuts out wanting more, I probably would have grabbed them out of the trash and ate them. I would not care. But it's listening to your body. It is giving it what it wants to a degree. You know, I'm not saying that binging is okay. I'm not saying that restricting is okay. It's just finding a balance. I hate the word, but it's just finding like a common ground of where you're satisfied and where your mind and your body are satisfied. And so yeah, you know, I ate those 2 donuts. I went in with the mindset of I was gonna eat 1, but I ate 2. And this might seem like so small. It might seem like such a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but it's, you know, you're not always gonna go off plan. And the fact is that you should not, like I said, you should not feel guilty for eating. Eating is something that we all need, whether you're eating nutritious whole foods or whether you're eating donuts. Neither of them's gonna have a repercussion, and it still comes down to the scientific theory of calories in and calories out. You're not gonna gain weight, you know? If you're taking care of yourself, like I like to take care of myself, but obviously, you know, I love to have fun at the same time, then, you know, don't worry. Really, just don't worry. And I think our society is like made to worry about when they make that conscious mindset to go off of plan. People are frowned upon for when, you know, if they're big in the fitness industry, they're frowned upon when they, God forbid, have some ice cream or something like that. And I think we all know by now that like ice cream doesn't kill you, nothing kills you, but people look at it as weakness. And in our society, through ads and through advertisements and various media outlets, especially and even Instagram to a degree, you know, with the slogans and all that people make up, it makes people believe that when they eat that one thing that they per se shouldn't be eating, it just racks guilt onto them. It just makes them feel like crap. And so they go for like those healthier products. So it's basically just a way to get them to buy that Special K or to buy that healthier yogurt. And it's so messed up that like our world has to come to that, to literally make people feel like shit for enjoying themselves, for letting themselves eat the food that they want to eat. Like people shamed upon in public that like you're eating junk food in front of people. I feel like nowadays it's just so annoying to know that people literally make people feel like crap for enjoying their life. And that's something that I will never give up, and I'm happy that I'm able to just remember tomorrow's a new day, and, you know, I'm still here. You know, you don't self-implode when you put one piece of food that you shouldn't eat, which is bullshit, into your mouth. Think about it, okay? Why should you feel guilty for eating? Why should you feel guilty for having a life? And if you feel guilty, message me. Tell me why. Tell me why you feel like you just can't live your life, why you can't do it. And if aesthetics is the reason, all I'm going to say is sit down. I know how hard it could be, and you're not going to get the answer the first time. Sit down and reevaluate. Ourselves, we're our own worst critics. We're our own worst enemy. And it's that can bring on a lot of guilt too. And I think that's definitely the hardest part to get over, is letting that side be vulnerable and allowing it to be okay with your life, and allowing it to say, hey, I'm okay, don't talk to me. This video is all over the place, goddamn. As always, let me know what you want to see down below, whether it's topics or anything else. I shall see you on Saturday. Deuces, peeps.